Okay, I'm going to start right now. Thank you very much for attending. Good afternoon, all. My name is Jenny from Jenny Consultancy, and today I'm going to share the subject of called color-focused personality. Now, why do I choose this subject? Firstly, it's because it's something that I have learned over the years, and I think it would be actually learned about years ago. And once I pivoted my business into training, and this is one of the very few courses that we feel that is very relevant, the current scenario, and it's very relevant when you want to improve communication per se. So that's the reason why we prefer to train about a color focused personality, so you can understand yourself better and how to deal with people, and that is very, very important. Okay, so so I will be recording this session because we're going to upload it to YouTube later part of the day, so that the rest of people who are unable to join us today, they will be able to view this video through YouTube. All right. Okay, without further ado, I'm gonna start my slide today. So I hope everyone is sitting put, and don't worry, don't stress out by not turning on your video. If you are not turning on your video, it's fine with us. So as long as when I ask you some question, you do give me your feedback. All right. So if it's clear, please press 1 on your chat box. Okay, great. Thank you for the response. Okay, great. All right. Okay, so now, okay, so I will do, okay. So what is color focused personality all about? First of all, it's actually meaning we actually have 4 representative of colors that is to represent individuals' behavior. I'm sure many of you have actually attended courses like DISC and 4 quadrants of personality, all these things, right? These are very similar. However, in color focused personality, it actually more focused on their to explain about your behavior, which is your action, and what is the action, what is the motive, the cause of your action, or the motive behind your behavior, why you behave such a way. This is the differences between color focused personality and the other. Basically, if you study DISC, right, it's more about understanding yourself better, which is very good because you need to understand yourself better in order for you to, before you can understand others, right? But in color focused personality, we actually go a little bit deeper. Basically, what we do is that we will segmentize. If you are that particular color, your behavior is such a way, and what is the story behind that behavior? Why do you behave that way? And you know, everyone actually have a growing stage from when the day they are born, and based on the environment they are growing up around them. That's where you impacted on your attitude, your behavior. Right? So these are, and as when you grow along, people that you mix with, and also the people that you involve with, or the environment that you're working with, and the family, or the love and the care and the people surround you give you a different type of attention and also education, will actually impact your behavior. That's why we actually say that motive is actually the cause of your action. All right. So we actually want to highlight is that a lot of people think that when something go wrong or something go down south, with, as we say, everybody will have this famous quote that they always refer to, which says this way: everyone thinks of changing the world, but no one thinks of changing themselves. You agree with me? If you agree with me, please press 1. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Sujin. Thank you. All right. So yeah, it's true. A lot of people want to change it when they have like some feedback. They would like to change other people. You know what? A lot of time we always say mirror ourselves, reflect first to ourselves. What are the changes that you need to be done? Earlier today, we actually attended Dion's class, and we actually we talk about some changing of habit so that you can become become better and healthier, right? So these are the changes we are looking at as well. That it change a little bit, that makes a lot of difference, all right? So yeah, this is what we are going to focus on. Now, what are the 4 colors what are the 4 types of a color personality that we're looking at? Here we are in this chart. You can look at, there is actually 4 colors that we are looking at here. One is red, which is called the happy facilitator. The other one is yellow, the powerful commander. And the third one is green, the peaceful listener. And the fourth one is blue, which is called the perfect performer. Now, if you can see the color and you look at the name, you say, this one somehow or rather it resonate me already, right? Some might have said, oh, I can actually think that. Please take a guess. What do you think your color is right now based on this this chart that is this shown, this picture that is shown? I guess. You can just type the color that you think you are in the chat box. Okay, I can see some of you actually wrote, Eugene wrote red. Anyone else? Okay. No worry, if it's still too early for you to decide, it's okay. Oh, Dion says blue, okay, right? Okay, so there's, at the moment, you will not know what color exactly you are, so don't worry about it. We will go along with the color. As I go along, you will understand better what color you are. You say she loves blue. I don't think so. You color that way, okay? But anyway, it's good to know. Now, here in actually the red color, happy facilitator, we actually will tell you about the color. Hang on a minute. So, happy facilitator is more, this color, red happy facilitator is a person who are more extrovert, okay? Okay, so you notice that these two colors are more extrovert. They are the red and also the yellow. These two colors are more extrovert. So if you are yellow, if you are extrovert, you can count yourself is you either fall in the red color or the yellow color. All right, and then the next one is that introvert part. This is the green color and the blue color. So though the difference is that okay, let me see. I have somebody to me. Okay. Good afternoon. So those who are a little bit late, follow along. If you have any question later at the end of the day, you can just click onto the chat box. We can ask more question about it, right? So, okay. So now the fourth type of color here we're looking at is just now we were mentioning about, we just started. So I'm going to just recap just the four color chart that we have here. It's red, which is the happy facilitator. And then the yellow, which is the powerful commander. And green is this peaceful listener, and blue is the perfect performer. And both of these two colors, red and the yellow, are categorized as extrovert. That means they are very outgoing. They like to mix with people, but they have different motion when they are different intention when they actually mix with people. The introvert people will be the green and the blue. Okay, so if you ask me how does it go, how do we differentiate both of them? Don't worry, be patient because we'll go there later. Okay, so next one, these people who are in this color, they are more concerned. When we are talking about, you notice the chart that I put here. Okay, let me see the. Okay. You notice this red color and this green color is actually over the concern over people. That means red and green, the one common thing they have together is they are more concerned over people, right? Means whatever they do, they are very concerned about the person rather than the matters. Whereas if you are the yellow and the blue, the people are more concerned about matters. That means if you're talking to these people who are yellow category or the blue color, they will not, if they say something, nothing against you. Excuse me. Sorry. So if they are yellow or the blue, they're always more concerned about the matter rather than the person himself. So if the red and the green, they are more concerned about the people rather than the matter itself. All right. So these are the differences between all these four colors. I'm sure you are very curious. How can I find out what color I am? Okay, now, without further ado, I will let you all go into a chart right now. Now, take out your handphone. For this activity, you will need a pen and a paper and your mobile phone, all right? So please prepare right now a pen and a paper, and then your mobile phone. Take your mobile phone and you scan the QR code on this page. On this screen right now, you can see the screen. Yes? Okay. If you can see the screen, please type yes in the group chat, the chat. Okay. 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 So far, okay. All right. Okay. So once you have that, okay. Now, once you have your mobile phone, all you have to do is just just open your camera and you screen on this QR code. It will appear a link. It will appear to a link where you can play a game. All right, we have the word wall game. So you're gonna do this way, right? So very easy. And then okay. So just listen to my instruction clearly. I will you step by step, so it's easier for you to understand. You will see there is a deck of 12 cards like this, right? 12 cards has a front and a back. Okay, so as you click onto the card, okay, as you can see on my computer screen, you can see there is a bottom there. It says flip, flip, flip. So when you say flip, there is wording in front and the back. So everybody will have different type. All these 12 cards is the same for you and me. It's just that the maybe the placement of the card is different. Read, understand it clearly of the front and the back of the card. So what you do is that you just read it, and whichever card that resonate the most to your character, just leave it as it is. Say for example, I actually have this card, the green a card name accepting P1, and I flip it at the back. It's called judgmental. So are you a judgmental person or are you an accepting person? So I would say I quite judgmental, so I would just leave it as it is. So once you already select, then I'll go to the next card. So when you go to the next card, you will notice that if you move your cursor, your hand, you touch on the screen, you will flip. So at the end, you see in the next card, it will be like this card I'm having is actually when there is a problem, I research. You flip the card. The back of the card it says when there is a problem, I act. So you read these two statements. Which one is resonate closer to you, or you feel that it's you, then you leave it as it is. Okay, flip until you get your result. That means if you between these two sides of the card, whichever side that is resonate more to you, you leave it as it is. Okay, after you completed, okay, so say this example, this is my screen and I have all this card. Now you notice all the card at the bottom, it has Y1, R2, R3, R1. So all these things, as you in the piece of paper, you just write R, which is red, Y, which is yellow, blue, which is B, which is blue, and green, which is G. So now you add on, just write down all the numbers down there. So if I have R2 and then I have R3 and then I have R1, so all these three you add up. Count the total of the numbers at each column, each color. Okay, so I repeat, each card has two sides. You will see a deck of 12 cards, and each card has two sides of behavior. Flip to read both sides of the cards. Let the side you selected best describing yourself stay at the front. Okay, once you're done selecting it, now on the piece of paper, write down uh, RYGB, which is means yellow, red, yellow, green, blue. So from this card that you have selected, which is all resonate the closest to you, just calculate at one how many points you have for each color. Okay, don't have to show me, don't have to type in the chat box, right? Oh, okay. Anita using your Zoom for your handphone. Yeah, you can still or you can don't worry if you were to minimize this, you can still go to the chat box and oh, you are using phone, right? So you can't go in through it. Okay, okay, okay. I will share the link. Yeah, okay. No worries. No worries, Anita. I will let you share. I will share the link to you after the class. Then you can give it a try. So don't worry about it. But meantime, let me try and see whether I can share this. Okay, let me hang a minute. I should be able to share it. Okay. Just give me a minute. Okay. stop sharing. At least let me just oh, okay. Okay, I will, let me try whether I can help Anita to get this done. Okay. Just give me a minute. Because it will be fun for everyone to try this on, yeah. Okay, just hold on. I just share this one into the slide here. Okay, so I will share in the chat as well. And so for those people who can, we are using mobile, and you can test it from here. Yeah, I have shared in the chat box. Anita, you can share, you can from the chat box later, right? So I'm going to continue this one right now here. Okay, so we are back in action. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so now I will give you all about 5 minutes, let you read through the cards, and then I will run the pool. You don't have to tell us what is your color right now, but what you can do is that at least you read through and understand the deck of the card first. And from there, once you run the pool, I will run a pool, and from the pool, you just tell us which color, highest number that you have in that color, that will be your color, right? So you just have to click on the pool, which color are you? So 5 minutes starting now. Let me just put a timer. 5 minutes will be easier. Okay. Okay, here you go. So we have to start. I am playing some music so that you will actually enjoy that minutes. Okay. Okay, so let's wait for 5 minutes. So I will just, as the music is playing along, you can just read through the cards that you have on the connect via the QR code. Once you have the QR code, you have a deck of 12 cards. Read through each side of the card. Okay, you can flip on it. When you touch each card, you can flip the front and the back. So you read through the front and the back, which is more relevant to you. So that means you can only choose one side, either the front or the back. Okay, whichever that is relevant to you, let it be at the front. whichever that is not relevant to you, you let it be at the back. Okay, so then you move on to the next card. The next card, you just flip it front and back. All right, flip it front and back, and then you read through the sentence, the behavior that is stated there. Example, principles are important. All right, or if you flip it at the back, it says harmony is most important. So which is more important to you, principle or harmony? So flip. So if you are principle more important, then leave it as it is. If you are not, if harmony is more important, then leave harmony at the front back. Okay, so you have to read all the 12 cards. Okay, once you have finished reading and flip the card that is nearer to you, that will be the best way of describing yourself. All right, that will be. So the next, after you have done selecting all the card, okay, so you notice that all these 12 cards, it has a different type of numbers and colors there. Okay, don't follow the color on the box. Yeah, you follow on the colors on that Y1 or Y2. Those are the indicator of the color by the alphabet. I know it's a bit confusing, right? Yeah, but at least you notice that there's no yellow color in these boxes, right? Okay, so Y1 is yellow one, Y2 is yellow two. So all you have to do with the piece of paper that I asked you prepare earlier, all you have to do is just add on all the Y that you have, all the G that you have, all the R that you have, and all the B that you have. Whichever the color has the most, that will be your guiding color. Okay, that will be the color, the guiding color. So are we clear? All right, there's only 1 more minute to go. Let's see, I will allow more time. So don't worry if you have not done this well, it's okay. I think the step is pretty simple and pretty easy. These are the simplicity of understanding the color focus. It's not about rigid, it's about how you can understand yourself better so that you can communicate people with you better. I will explain to you after this poll what is the representative of each color. Okay, so that is very important, and I hope that everyone actually learns something out of it later. Okay, all right, so if you are clear, you can type 1 in the chat box. Okay, good. All right, okay, so I'll just make sure the music is running. Are you seeing that slide that I'm showing? Are you seeing the slide? Oh, the slide is not shown, is it? Okay, thank you, Dion. Thank you for letting me know. Okay. So, okay, another 8 more seconds to go. So I'm sure you have already done. Okay, so thank you. So right now what we'll do is that, okay, thank you for your time. I'm sure you have done all your, okay, I'm going to launch the pool right now. All you have to do is that click on, I will launch the pool right now. You have done all your calculation. Please let me know which is the color that you score the highest. You don't have to write how many is there. Just click on which is the highest that you have. Just click submit. Don't worry, we will just share the screen on how many people are actually on that color, right? So 3 more people, 1 more person. Who is the other person? Oh, Anita haven't done the what, right? So, okay, don't worry about it. So, okay, so at the moment, we have, okay, we have 1 red and 1 green. So it doesn't matter who is the red one and who is the green one. Isn't it surprising? Earlier, we actually have, this is the result, okay? Because we have one that I'm unable to share. forgetful, so don't worry about that. So, okay, now, isn't it surprising? Earlier, I asked you all to guess which one you think by just knowing the name itself. Some of you guess that you are blue, some of you guess you are red, some of you guess you are green or yellow, whatever it is. It doesn't matter right now because I'm going to go into deep what is the characteristic of each color. So are you ready? You're ready? Give me 2. Okay. Okay, good. All right. Okay, cool. Okay. Okay, right. So thank you for all the response. Okay, next one. Now, if those are having red color, okay, jang, jang, jang. All right. So you notice that right now, the characteristic of red color basically are the, remember just now we say the happy red, okay? These are the strength of the people who are in red color. Basically, the people who are red, they are very optimistic, they are very proactive, they are attention seeker. Why we say they're optimistic? When the people are red means when you tell them, oh, things are very bad. Like last year is like COVID, I can't do anything about it. People are red, don't worry, there will be always hope. You know, maybe tomorrow is better. When you speak to the people who are like that, they will know that people has a little bit of character who is red color. But don't judge them first, okay? Too early to say that. And they are very proactive. People who are red color usually they are very proactive. So means they will volunteer to do things. They are very selfless. Attention seeker in the sense that they like to be in the center of attention. If you go into a party, all right, if you go to a party, you notice there is a bunch of people at one corner. Usually the people who are speaking the loudest or the most laughing the loudest usually are the people who are in red color. Yeah, yeah, give me 2. Yes, correct. Yeah, it is true that tomorrow tomorrow another brand new day, another hope. Yes, those people are very new, very red color character people. Now, and it doesn't mean red means they are attention seeker. It's actually because red is just a symbolic. Yeah, it doesn't associate to the character, but ultimately here we use this red color symbolic in a sense that it's easier. And the people who are red color usually are more creative. They have a lot of great ideas. There are a lot of fine ideas. They like to think. They like to really expressive about themselves. You can see one very good red in front of you. That's me. Why I say that is because, yeah, I have very strong red when it comes to meeting people. Yeah, and I'm very expressive, and I don't dare. I dare to admit my own mistake. That is the people who are red color. Right. Usually the people who are red color are generally the people who likes to socialize. That's reason why, remember the first slide, we talk about how are they are extrovert. Yeah. So people who are red color will not be a person who are introvert. If they are introvert, means something wrong on that particular day. So even they are sad, only is one day. All right, they won't go and they won't prolong themselves. Of course, the only thing is that they are good point, they are the strength, they will always be weaknesses as well. So the red color, one of the weakness of the red color, well, the weakness of red color is they have no patience. Yes, I'm true with it. I will feel that as well. The reason being is that because red color likes to do things fast, and they like to talk fast. They have, if you're talking about no planning, yes, they have no planning. Of course, they are not specifically talking about one person just have one color itself, right? But if that along the way, you will learn that all this color has a mixture as well. So here we're talking a person who are purely red color characteristic wise, yeah. So when they are purely red means definitely don't have patience. They want everything quick. Means like they want things like yesterday, not today, yeah. And they have they are not easy. They're not a planner themselves. So they are a bit spontaneous, yeah. So they like to put things, and they would tend to be very forgetful. They tend to be very forgetful. Sometimes it's like put the car key somewhere. They say, "Oh, have you ever met a person where they actually put a sunglasses or the glasses on top of the head, then they asking you, have you seen my glasses?" Okay, I'm sure some of you can relate to that, right? Those are some of the weakness of the red color. And inconsistent. They can be very, they can be very proactive today, and then tomorrow they can just be like, okay, I just do something else. Or they can focus something today, and then tomorrow they will just forget about it because they like excitement. All right, so these are the basis of the red color, and they're inconsistent. So basically, they are like day good, day out. Day one, they are good. Day two, they are so. Day three, they are okay, super hyperactive. Then day four, again, they will down to normal. Why? Because they are very emotional. Yeah, red color characteristics are usually more emotional than others. Okay, so how many of you are guilty as charged? Don't give me answer now. Okay, don't worry, don't worry. As I said, this is only some of the characteristic, because there are very many elements as we grow along. So that's reason why different element has different understanding. Okay, so because when you grow up, you actually have education, you have family values, and you have a lot of things that comes along the way, add on to your characteristic change, your behavior change. So don't worry about that. You will learn more in depth later. Okay, let's understand about the basic of red color first. Okay, this is the characteristic of red color. So are we clear so far? Okay, type 2 if you are clear. Good. Right, thank you, Sujin. Okay, so now, okay, so let's look at blue. Yellow, not blue, yellow. Okay, now this is the characteristic of yellow color. Okay, their strength is that they are very goal-oriented. Usually, the people who are in yellow color, they are the leaders, right? They're very efficient, they're very independent. You just have to tell them one thing, they will able to do A to Z for you already. And they are leader by I would say by natural, they are leader, like to take the lead, and they are very competitive. Very competitive. So if let's say you put them in a game, they will make sure that your team wins. If you know anybody of this, you know, oh, now you're starting to think, who are the person in my group or in my friends around me is yellow and who is red, right? Yeah. So don't worry that, like I said, along the way you get more understanding, you'll find out better about the color, right? Now, what are the yellow weaknesses for the yellow? Weaknesses for the yellow will be they are quite controller, because they like to be goal-oriented. They like to control things to happen. If things are not within their control, they feel like they are not in handling things, so they feel uncomfortable. They don't like the situation. People who are yellow color, they don't like if they are not in control of situation or in control of the result, because they are goal oriented, right? So they are result oriented. So if they are not in control of the outcome, they feel uncomfortable. So these are the weaknesses of the yellow color. So and also on top of that, remember just now the earlier of the slide I did share about the yellow color is also very are the people who actually concern over matters rather than people. That means that everything they actually do is actually regarding to the matters, right? So when we say there's reason why one of the weaknesses here for the yellow color is actually emotional. It's not that they don't have emotion. They feel there is no need to be so emo. So they are the contrast of red color. So if the yellow color, if they say, oh, the red color say, I think I'll do this, I'll be more happier. No, then the yellow color thing, it it's not important whether you are happy or not. For me, it's the most important, the result is there. Okay, this is how the yellow color people will actually talk. It's not they're not human, they are. It's just that they don't feel that it's important to have emphasis on the emotion part, because that is not what I need. All right. Okay. And tendency of this yellow characteristic people are more egoistic. That's part of the reason why. So, and they tend to criticize. Whether how extreme are they or not is depending on how their upbringing is and the environment or what are they doing at that point of time. If the people who are characteristic are yellow character, and that point of time they are doing or very much on their work, then they will have the tendency of criticize. So yeah, be prepared. Okay, be prepared. Okay, so now this is actually the characteristic of yellow. So if you understand now, you see, start thinking who is around you that is yellow color, right? So fret not. Let's go to the next color. Now we have the next color is green. Green. So green people are the one who actually strength is that they are the peacemaker. They don't like to have confrontation. They enjoy harmony, very tolerant. They usually are the follower. Any organization, you also need such people, because if you don't have, everybody is very aggressive. You can imagine the company is very hot all the time. hot. So you need to have somebody who actually keeping the pace down. If there is a balance, that's why all four colors, if you ask me, all four are important. But if you ask me if a person that has all four colors or not, there will be, every people will have every element of this color. It's just that your character is actually driven by emphasis of whichever color that has the most, depending on which method that you approach with. Okay, so the people who have green characteristic also are very adaptable. They are also very patient, and they are also very humble. When we're talking about very humble, means they don't really like to have to them, if you praise them also, oh yes, it's not me, it's not my effort alone, but it's actually everybody's effort. So those are the people who are in green character. Of course, being that is their strength, it can be also their weaknesses. Why? Green character people are usually a little bit more unopinionated. If you ask people who are green character, usually you ask it, very common question we ask, what do you want to eat? They will say, anything lah. This is the answer. So you have friends that is guilty as that. Yeah, we do have a lot of time, and because sometimes they don't even couldn't be bothered. I said they are usually they're naturally more a follower kind of person, so they don't mind as long as I am together with you. We are having the meal together. I'm happy with that. These are the characteristic of green color. Okay, and also on top of that, they actually accept diversity as well. They don't mind, they don't, you can throw anything to them. So that's reason why the green color also, they are very good listener. They're very good listener. Okay, and part of the reason why, because when they are so adaptable, they're so tolerant, they're so adaptable, they have no initiative. So if you teach them one, they will only do one. You please don't expect the green color character people to do one and two. You only teach them step one, they will not go do themselves doing the step two, because that is not them. So basically, the people who are in green, you need to hold their hand to walk along, because they are the follower. So yeah, if you are there, the follower, you really need to guide them through. Okay, so if you start thinking, all right, oh, this is actually very important. Yeah. Why? It's because in your organization, in the team, either in your family as well, there are children or your own family member who are green, who are yellow, who are red. Then you start to think, why they behave such a way. Now, from this character, you can understand better. Oh, actually, they are ruled by this color, so that's the reason why they are behaving that way. Okay, so, and on top of that, the green people, the green characteristics people, one of the weaknesses is they don't like to have the fear of having conflict. They don't like confrontation. They don't like people confront them to have a problem. They don't like to face problem. So normally they will run away, or they will avoid that. And usually they are type of people. It's not they don't have a principle. They do have principle. However, principle level is like very basic. Okay, as long as you're not asking them to steal or this type of thing, there's a basic thing. Is that basic rule just stays there. But if you say like I stand firm, they ask it, oh, because of this, let's say for example, because of food or whatever, you have to something like that. Anything that is principle matter, they will, because of that, you say I will follow. This is what green characteristic will have a tendency to behave. Okay, so that is about green. If you ask me, I can talk all day long about one color, so time limitation, right? Okay, the next one is the final color of the day is actually blue. Okay, the characteristic of the blue is, this is the strength. The characteristic of the blue is they are very analytical. If you're talking the people who have blue color, basically they like to analyze things. Have you ever asked opinion from a person and then you tell me, let me think and I'll come back to you? They will not give you immediate answer. Okay, especially when it comes to work. They like to only face with facts. They're very logical people. All right, they are very strong principle. So to their life, a person who is actually blue strength, blue characteristic, they don't have gray color. They only either you black or white. There's no such color. There's no such area called gray color. So you can only get right or wrong, good or no good. Okay, a good or bad. There's no such thing as like so or maybe. Okay, to them is either yes or no, straightforward. Okay, they are also very deep thinker. That means anything they do, they need to analyze one time first in their head before they can give you an answer. because they are very strong principle. They remember that if I actually tell you that, oh, this can be done, at the end I can't do it, it will be a very bad impact on themselves, right? So normally they will want to, their sense of responsibility is very high. That's the reason why they will always process first before they give you an answer. And one more great thing about these people who are blue in color, they're loyal, very loyal friends, they are very loyal partner. You want to have a very loyalty friend, if your husband is blue color or your wife is blue color, then you know, this person are very loyal, okay? And of course, and not that they are very reliable. That means whatever you ask them to do, if they say they cannot do, that means purely and truly they can't do. Okay, but if they say they can, that means they are able to deliver it. This is rest assured. So now Dion tell her she loves blue, right? Well, that is the characteristic. If your chart really shows that you are blue, that means you are blue at the end. Okay. Okay. Now, of course, every strength has its weaknesses. Now, the weaknesses of blue characteristic is that they are very conservative. Because of they are very analytical, they are very loyal, they are very strong principle. They don't like to have changes. So these are the problem with them. They are very conservative. So you would see that they are the one who will actually when they tie up when they tied up the Jew or whatever their attire, right? They are the one who actually dress up to the maximum, the button up to the top. So that's the difference, okay? So and then they are pessimistic. They are, if let's say they feel that after they do a lot of research and they feel that, oh, this is the result, definitely it won't turn to become different color. They will not be thinking. They will not think like, there is a possibility, there is even one slight of hope to change. They will not think that because they are very pessimistic. Okay, they are very slow-witted, right? Slow-witted means in the sense that you tell them, hey, come, say example, let me see, should I give an example? They are very slow. Oh, maybe like, for example, a friend of yours share a joke, and their joke is like, yesterday a friend of mine shared a joke about a Chinese character, a picture that showed inside the room full of men. But in the translation, it says that it's like the girl has left the building or something like that. But it's in Chinese lah. So the idea of it is that slow-witted people will actually think so long, but they still cannot get the joke. After you finish laughing 5 minutes or 1 minute later, then only the blue color people actually get the joke. So that's why they are slow. And then because they enjoy past, so they always dwell in the past as well. And they're very picky because they are very strong principle, right? So they are very loyal, right? So, and because of logical, so if they buy things, right, they always think twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. They will analyze maximum first before they actually decide, because they know, but once they decided, they cannot turn back. So this is the difference of the blue color. Okay, so far, are we good? Right. If you are good, so press 1 for me, please. Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So now let's see. Next one. Okay. Okay. So the next one is that, okay, so after you identify understand the 4 character of the colors, all right? So now you want to know like how this can be helped. How can this color help you in the ratio, in the process of communication? Very easy. Basically, the easiest way, because you already understand the characteristic of each color, red, yellow, green, and blue. So the easiest way to identify the color focus personality around you is the way they communicate. As I mentioned earlier, the way to communicate, the red color usually are the one who speaks fast, the loudest, because they are attention seekers. So you can see them. If a pool of people sitting around there, you will see that the red color is the one who speaks the loudest, and the green color is the one that they laugh, they follow, okay, but they won't voice out a lot of things. But if blue color were only mostly standing there and observing the situation, okay, and the green and the yellow color is the one that will laugh, might not be the one who laughed that loud, but you will be like mostly but observe and then laugh along person. So this is how you actually see the way they communicate is also different. The yellow people, when they talk, also they were certain words they use, they were very short. One things like they say, I want this result. When they ask you things, the way they communicate, they will ask the things they say, oh, I want this thing yesterday. So you know these people is actually, when it comes to work, they are actually very yellow color. Okay. So, and then the way they express self, you give me more I want this report in details, you know, those are the people. Of course, certain reports doesn't have to be very, very detailed, but they also insist it to be detailed because they want double, triple check. Or this thing there, can you double check this matter or double check this material, triple check this material? Are those people who are blue color? Okay, the way they express, the way they respond over the body language as well. Usually, red color also will like to flare on their flunk on their dressing. They like to drag red color. The people who are yellow color usually are very smart executive style. People who are blue color, usually they like to dress conservatively, like say the button could be up to the neck. And then the people who are green, they just like, as long as cozy and easy, feel that it's already. Don't put a lot of effort into wearing lipstick. They don't put a lot of effort into combing their hair or whatever. Just think, as long as I'm clean, I'm comfortable, I'm happy, and I can go already. These are the differences between all the color. One of the best features of color personality is, I mentioned here, is first you need to understand yourself first. If you don't understand yourself, there's no way you can understand other people, right? So please don't go out and start judging people. Oh, you are yellow, yeah. This one Jenny said you are blue, this one you are green, or no, don't do that. Ultimately, is that you understand yourself, how it works, and then from there you can actually do a very good understanding and how you can further expand your communication level. Now, an exciting thing is coming out where I would share with you, if you have a partner who has a different color and you have difficulty in handling them, what are you going to do? Okay, this is what we're going to talk about the next slide. If you have a partner who have a red color and you yourself is a yellow color, and then how you handle the differences. Basically, it's very simple. The red color basic motivation for red color personality is that happiness. They only matter the most, the thing that they matter the most in for them, the motivate them the most is happiness. You say, as long as you meet a person who is red color, say for example, you know your spouse is red color, right? If you say, oh, darling, I want to make them happy is that, darling, let's go for a holiday. After the holiday, you see, they will be very happy because they imagine holiday is happiness already. So I will let you shop for happy, so you can enjoy your shopping and all this thing. That will be the red color. Okay. So ultimately, anything that can lead to happiness will be happy. But if you give a red color, person, you just tell them, you do this, and then after that, you do this report, you will not be very happy about it. But if you say, after you do this report, I will give you a carrot. For example, you will recognize them. For example, I'll treat you for a good meal, or you'll be awarded for a certain award point or something like that, a cookie point. That red color character people will be very happy. So if your children, you know that their character is actually red color, then this is what they do. You say, okay, for example, you ask them to do house chore, or example like sweeping the floor. So after you sweep the floor, mommy will give you a cookie. If red color, you will be very happy to do it. But if it's a yellow color, you must tell them why I must sweep the floor. You say, okay, so if you sweep the floor, at the end of the day, you have a cleaner floor and you won't dirty your feet as you walk. He accept the result that he will do. But if the green color one, if you tell help mommy to sweep the floor, but the result is that as long as if you help mommy to sweep the floor, then after they can play together, or we can sit quietly there and read books together. Then the green color will do. See, and the blue color is like they are perfectionists. So basically, their basic motivation is that they want to know why you actually first by cleaning up you have to explain to you how to take a broom to clean the floor, sweep the floor, so called. So this is what is the different character that can actually impact. So remember, yellow, the basic motivation is the result. So if you have a staff or subordinate, okay, let's talk about work. If you have your boss is usually the leader is actually yellow color lah. So if they were to ask another blue color to do, you best ask them to please do this result. Give me this report by when. Don't ask the blue color one. You just say, can I have this report by tomorrow? How to do it? Don't tell them. They will not do it. This is the differences. So ultimately is that, but the yellow one, you say, I want this report by tomorrow. So to them, they say, okay, I'll just produce this report by tomorrow, because they know that all they want is the result. Okay. So the green one, whatever you ask them to do, they will just do because for the sake of the harmony. Okay. Green one, the basic motivation is the harmony part of it. So, and then why? Because usually the green one is the peacemaker. They don't like, as long as, let's say for example, there's two colleagues that is arguing, they will just be the one who say, okay, it doesn't matter, let's stop. I will do it. They will take the initiative to do it because they want to prevent that argument. Okay, the blue color one is actually the perfectionist. So whatever they do is that I have to imagine it's a very perfect things. Facts and figure has to present there. If you want to buy things for the blue color, you have to buy something that is practical. Don't buy something like photo frame. Is it practical or not? No. This is the gift the blue color will not buy. If you ask red color, they like it or not? Yes, because they like to have see the frame of the picture of yourself and the family or the team. They will be very happy. So this the motive is happiness. What? That's the reason why, right? And yellow is because of the result. So as long as anything that is result oriented, yellow will go for it. Okay, so that's the reason why the 4 characters, you have a very strong interpersonal understanding already. So another way to understand, okay, example, how you want to differentiate if a group of friends going out together. Let me share with you some example of the phrases that were used. If understand all these 4 people who goes character for a lunch, for example. Okay, one person will ask, okay, what's for lunch today? Yellow will ask, what's for lunch today? Then the red will say, let's have Korean food. Green will answer, okay, I'm okay with it. The blue said, Korean food. What is this Korean food? Is it good or not good? So he have to see, is the blue color character will start checking, this one got rating or not? Is it good or not? No good, this shop, don't go. But the yellow will say, don't waste time lah, I only want to go and have my lunch only. Don't waste time and do a lot of things. At the end, I don't get to have my lunch. No, because ultimately, their ultimate goal is actually they just want to have lunch only. It doesn't matter what they want to have. As long as my stomach is full, it's the yellow. So the red is red because the happiness, right? I have happiness. The happiness is that I have Korean for lunch. I have my colleagues together with me. So I enjoy the fellowship together. That is the red color. Okay? The green one, they just tag along. I don't care. It's okay. I enjoy the fellowship. I enjoy, doesn't matter what type of food. As long as we are together, I'm happy, man. So it's a harmony and everybody's not arguing, okay? And the blue one is that if this place is no good, we're not coming here again. But make sure my money values for my money. So those are the differences in 4 characters. So one simple lunch, right? You can easily get to know who are which character already in that conversation. So this is why we said that it's very easy for you to identify which are the character for which color. All right. So and then it's easy for you to identify how you can handle them in the long run, because ultimately communication is about how you mix with people, communicating with one another. And all of the human in the world, we are all grow in different situation, in different environment, and upbringing are totally different, cultural different as well. So how do we differentiate the character? This is how one of the basic steps you can use this technique to understand the basis of the character. Now, like I said, to go out, start judging. Oh, Jenny said that you, as a color focus, you are red, you are blue. They are a mixture. Like myself, I'm a mixture of yellow and red. When I'm with my friends, my happiness, my red color will come out. All right. When I start working, a yellow color will come into the picture. So this is reason why they are communication, and they are different type of character mix also. Okay. One thing for sure, they will not be a blue and red the same character, because it's actually what you call it, yellow and wait, let me think. Okay. So basically you will be confronting each other. Okay. So We'll be confronting each other. Hang on a minute. Let me see. Okay. All right. So okay. So because there's reason why certain people are, they cannot have two characters together. Like if you are the red one, you cannot be the green one. You can be red and green. You cannot be yet. Hang on a minute. Somebody texting me something. All right. So sorry. Okay. So the I mentioned just now, only two color you cannot be in the same personality will be blue and red cannot be. You cannot have cannot be having red color and I'm still a blue color. I'm a blue color as well. No way, because it's actually contrast. The contrast is too vast. I cannot be one happiness and then I'm also a perfectionist in the sense that I will have to check because the characteristic is too of a difference. The people who are goal oriented suddenly become very harmony. Cannot be yellow, cannot be green. The person who have yellow, they cannot be at the green at the same time. But if you are yellow, you can have red character. If you are yellow, you can have blue character. But when you have yellow, you cannot have a 100% green character. No. So if you have green character, maybe a certain level, very small numbers. So if you notice just now the 12 deck card you have done, even you have a green character, you only have maybe 1 point, maybe none. If you have blue character, certain people, all four may have, but maybe one, but the rest is a very extreme color. Then you know which two color you are. Okay, but there's no person that actually carry. If there are, means they actually have conflict of character. Maybe they are suppressed. So these are the differences. Yeah, right. So yeah, as we want to talk all this thing about color characteristic, about color focused personality, you can take the whole day. Okay, but we have time limit. Okay, so let's move to the next slide. Okay, so are we good so far? Okay, okay. If you are good, please press 2 on the chat box. Thank you. Okay. Oh, okay. Just now Dion WhatsApp me that her line cut off. Okay, no worries. Okay. So now, what is the biggest take that you have from today? So please do share your learning. Okay. Don't worry about you can text me personally or you can write to me if you are a little bit concerned or you can type in the chat box. And you know, like I said earlier, theory will be always a theory until action is taken. So do enhance your communication with color focused personality as what we have shared. I know this is only a topper of the cake. You know, you only get a little bit of the piece of the entire cake. But in order for you want to learn more deep about color focused personality, do contact me and I'll be very happy to conduct a class so that you can understand better about it. Because ultimately, human and human communication is all about how we adapt and understand each other better. And on top of that also is like how we can use this communication level to understand better and avoid conflict, because we at the end of the day, all of us want very harmony and very peaceful and happy relationship amongst our friends and also our network, also amongst our colleague and also our family, right? So do share love and spread love and not hate. All right, and remember, don't point fingers and say Jenny said this one, Jenny said that one. Ultimately is that practice what you learn so that you can understand better. Yes, thank you, Anita, for the feedback. Yes, indeed, it's very interesting. As I started just now, as I shared, this class actually learned a few years ago, and we felt that it's very relevant because a lot of people racism, sexism, all this time because of miscommunication. So we understand each other better, why the motive or the reason or the action behind each behavior, you can communicate better with your spouse, your family, your friends, your colleagues, and everyone around you, right? So that's all for my sharing today. Thank you very much for your participation, and thank you for attending this class. I hope that you all have done very how to say, you have a deeper understanding about communication, about color focused personality. Do on to Jenny Consultancy and like to our page, and do drop us a line if you need us to share anything more. We'll be very happy to talk to you. And yeah, stay tuned. So thank you and stay safe, everyone. Thank you so much for the participation. Bye and have a great day ahead. Thank you. Logging out. Okay.